Ravi just arrived in a new city with a new job and very little capital. His constraints lead him to a decaying budget lodge, a place defined by narrow corridors and a heavy, unsettling silence. Inside room 27, the isolation feels physical. The walls carry a faint scent of dampness, and the room is cut off from the rest of the building by a silence that feels deliberate. At check-in, the receptionist hands over the key with a single, rigid instruction: do not open the door of room 27 at night. This law is absolute. Even if someone knocks or calls out for entry, the door must remain closed. Ravi dismisses the warning as a local prank or a tired ghost story meant to rattle outsiders. He views the room as a simple, if slightly unpleasant, place to sleep. But the instruction covers a specific predatory mechanism waiting on the other side of the threshold. Survival depends entirely on how a guest responds when the silence is finally broken. At 1:13 a.m., the stillness of the room is interrupted by 3 rhythmic knocks. The sound mimics the professional, mundane cadence of hotel staff. It is a sequence designed to feel familiar. This initial interaction relies on basic social conditioning. Humans are trained to respond to a knock with curiosity or courtesy, making the door the natural point of focus. When Ravi remains silent, the entity calls out his name. It uses a voice that is an exact tonal replica of his own. This psychological loop illustrates a logical paradox. Hearing your own voice from an outside source creates deep internal conflict. The resulting confusion overrides the fear response, drawing the victim to the door voluntarily to resolve the paradox. In these early stages, the trap doesn't require force. It simply waits for the victim to walk to the threshold and turn the handle. Ravi cautiously approaches the heavy wooden door, leaning in close to look through the brass keyhole to identify the person standing in the hallway outside. Standing in the hallway is a physical duplicate of Ravi. It wears his clothes and shares his exact face, but its eyes are pitch black, and its expression is fixed in a sinister smile. This visual reflection creates a deeper level of terror than a generic monster. The threat is a corrupted version of the victim's own identity, staring back at them. When the door remains locked, the entity shifts tactics. It begins violently slamming against the wood and screaming for entry, replacing manipulation with brute force intimidation. Ravi retreats to the bathroom and locks himself inside, shaking as the assault on the outer door continues. Surviving this active phase requires total, disciplined inaction. The trap only functions if the guest engages with the door. By refusing to move, Ravi effectively short-circuits the predator's goal. When morning arrives, the hallway is empty and silent. Ravi returns to the reception desk to demand an explanation for what he saw. The entity in room 27 seeks a complete replacement of the guest's identity. It doesn't just want entry. It wants a life. The receptionist explains. Guests who open the door are found as corpses. The entity takes the guest's place, stepping out as a new person. This creates a self-sustaining cycle. Every failed guest results in a corrupted entity dispersing into the world, perfectly camouflaged. Ravi is still himself only because he maintained the physical barrier. His survival was a result of his refusal to engage. In a world of predatory unknowns, restraint is often the only defense. It's a reminder that every knock isn't a guest.